Y'all, I got a special guest in my chair today. And guess who it is? My daughter. Hey, YouTube. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. This is me. This is going to be a video of me explaining how to do stitch braids. Now, the things that you just saw me put on my fingers they're called like braider tips or whatever, but it looks like a nail because my nails aren't done. So I can do stitch braids without having a nail on, but you know, I peeled my nail off and it's a little ragged. Don't want to cut her up, so I'm going to use these things. I really only need the pink one. The silver one, I'm going to eventually take it off. I don't know why I put it on for this little space of a braid. But anywho, this is me just going through starting her first braid, which is to start a stitch braid, you would need 3 pieces of hair. Also, I molded both sides of the section that I'm braiding before I started braiding. You want to do that to make the braid look very, very neat. And I also use Shine and Jam, the yellow one. I use that on the tips of the hair, like when I'm braiding to put it on the hair, and I use Neat Braid for the parts and the molding. That really is kind of tacky. I don't know if that's the correct word, but you use that. I use that to mold the hair. It really gets the hair molded good. As I was stating before, you take 3 strands of the hair, you part the section 3 strands, and then you start a braid. I normally braid 2 times. I did 3 on this one, but I do 2 times, and then you go to the next section, use the finger, the nail, and you pick up some hair and put it between your 2 fingers. See how I'm holding it with the other 2 fingers? You put it between the 2 fingers, and then you begin to braid. You do the next section the same way. You braid 1, 2, pick up some hair with the nail. Braid 1, 2, pick up some nails. Now, a lot of people I see use a comb. I don't know if it's in this video, but during the process of me braiding her hair, I did try a comb out because I'd never used that because I thought I'd be pulling her hair. But when I did it on her, she stated that it didn't hurt her. So, but that, I don't know, that's something I'll have to get used to because I normally just use my own fingernails. But as y'all see, my nails are toe up from the flow up. So because I don't have my nail on, and like I said, I peeled the gel or acrylic, I think it's gel, that was on my finger off and made the fingernail rigid, and I didn't want to cut her when I'm going through separating, parting out the little pieces of hair. And as I'm going, you see I'm adding pieces of red hair. That's her choice of color for her braids. So I'm adding little bitty pieces of, I'm taking that little ring off. Now, I told you I was going to take it off, but I couldn't remember if I did it in this video. But anywho, I'm taking 3 little pieces of the braid hair. And every time I do the one, before I start the braid, when I slice the little piece of hair and add it to those 2, my pointy finger and my thumb, I add the hair in and then I braid. And then I go back to adding the little pieces of hair. That's a repetitive thing. Stitch braiding is very, very easy. It's just time consuming. That's all, but it's very, very easy. And I'm putting the braiding hair in little pieces. I'm only going to do a few pieces so that you'll be able to see the transition of the hair turning red once I braid the braid all the way down. But yeah, I'm just doing the same thing all the way up the braid. And you have to make sure you keep your one hand very taut. No, don't pull the hair too tight, just a little taut so you won't lose your place when you're braiding, if that makes sense. And like I said, I'm just repeating it all the way up the braid. And it looks like that I'm hurting her when I'm taking that pink nail and going through and grabbing the other little pieces of hair, but I'm not. You just have to be careful when using that because that thing is sharp, honey. It can scratch somebody's scalp up, but she said I'm not hurting. You just have to be conscious of your tension. See, I don't use a lot of tension when I'm braiding. So these braids are not tight. They may look tight, but they're not tight. You just have to be mindful of that when you're braiding people's hair, because you don't want, once you finish braiding the hair, and people to have like red bumps around the nape of the neck or complaining that the braids are too tight. You never want to do too tight braids. And as you see, I just put some product on the hair and the braiding hair, and I took my combing through. You always want to make sure when you're adding product, no matter if you're molding or you just adding product to help you braid the braid down, you want to comb it through. You want to always comb it through. So, Shine and Jam don't leave a film. I use that more so on my little clients on their hair, but when it comes to different type of styles that need some holding, like real hold for your molding, I use Neat Braid. That is a very good braid gel. Neat Braid, sponsor me. Shine and Jam, sponsor me. Because I'm not sponsored yet, but I bet I will be soon. But yeah, so I'm just braiding, completing the process, going over and over. Like I said, it's a tedious thing, but it's so easy to do a stitch braid. Some people are visual learners. Some people can learn by you just telling them. So that's why I'm doing both. I'm telling you guys, and I'm showing you what to do. And I'm taking my time because I know I'm doing this video. So you can either pause it at each step to grasp what I'm doing. But if you are even a new braider can get this, because it's not hard. It's just practice. That's all. If you don't have anyone to practice on, buy you a mannequin and just practice on your mannequin. You can come back to this video and just look at it every time you need. It's going to be here. Just pause it, go, you know. And I'm just combing. See how you always have to comb that gel through. And another tip, when you're braiding with braiding hair, when you do the 1-2, and then you pull your finger down the braid, make sure you go all the way down through the braiding hair, because if you just go so far and let your hand go after so many bypasses of braiding and adding braiding hair, it will be a knot, and that will be a mess. So you want to make sure maybe after 1 or 2 passes when you're using braiding hair, you pull your hair all the way through to untangle the braiding hair so it will not be a knot. Okay. But yeah, this is my daughter. She wanted a braided ponytail with some designs. So that's what I'm doing. Sometimes she can be a difficult client because I'm her mom. You know how that goes. But today she was being very good. Oh, you see, she's showing me something. I was laughing or whatever. But yeah, guys, look how neat that braid is. See, that's why you have to have the perfect molding. When you mold these braids, when you're doing bigger braids, you have to make sure the mold is good. And with Neat Braid, you do not need to use a lot of product. You just need a little bit, tap it on all the way up the section of hair that you're braiding and comb it through. As you comb and you smooth with your thumb, comb and smooth with your thumb. That's how you do to get it smooth and make sure it's combed all the way through. Because Neat Braid can leave a little bit of white film, but not a lot. And if you get that, if somebody braids with that, all you do is just add some oil sheen or some oil on it and it'll go away. But as you see, I'm adding bigger pieces of braiding hair because I'm towards the end. And she like her braids long, y'all. Which I don't blame her, because when I get braids, they gotta be long. Gotta be long. Unless it's like, I do want to try that curly, knotless look, then I can have that at the shoulder. But these braids gonna be long. See, I'm adding thicker pieces, so it's gonna transition into a solid red braid. But as you see me pulling the little pieces of hair, that's called tucking. I'm tucking her natural hair behind the braiding hair, so you won't see her hair. Some parts you will, because whatever, but a lot of parts you won't see her hair, and getting towards the end of the braid, it'll just be red. You won't see her hair, but I'm trying my best to get her hair tucked in the braids. Once you see the finished product, of the ponytail, you'll see what I'm saying. It's kind of hard sometimes at the top when you're coming off the base of the head to forming the braid to tuck right there. But then as you go down, you just tuck. And as you see, I had to move my camera around my phone so you guys can see me towards the back, see what I'm doing. But it's just the same process. And when I get to the top of the head, like when I'm right before I'm getting off of her scalp, I braid maybe 2 or 3 times down, and then I flip the braid. I don't know if you saw when I turned the braid opposite way and started braiding down. Yeah, that's how I do the braid, like that. Or I could have just stood in front of her and braided that way, but I do it both. But if you're a new braider, once you become familiar with braiding and adding braiding here, you'll get that technique, because that's an easy technique too. But again, my channel is going to be to show you guys how to braid and how to do certain styles. So again, you can always just come back to my page and look at the videos for whatever style you want to do. I'm slow adding these videos up, but I'm going to get these videos up. And if you've been on my video for this long, please, guys, don't forget to go subscribe, comment, like, and share. We want to get more people over here. So it's a lot of people out here that want to braid, that don't know how to braid, and they can come to my channel and learn how to braid. You can make it a side hustle or a full career. For me, it's a full career. And there's very good money in this. If you're in college, if you're in high school, whatever, this is some good money. Good money. And another tip I'm going to add, guys, I know this takes time, but learn your strength when braiding. You don't want to be a braider that has to wear a brace or you got carpal tunnel or anything. Learn your strength. Learn your strength when braiding. Me, I've been doing this for over 4 decades. Telling my age, oh well, but and I've learned the strength in my hands. So I've never ever had any problems with my hands, ever. And like I said, I've been braiding for a long time. My fingers don't hurt, my wrists don't hurt, nothing don't hurt, because I've learned the strength in my hand. And I learned you don't have to squeeze the hair so tight or put all your might and strength into a braid for it to be a consistent, neat braid. If you go on my page and look at my videos, all my braids are consistent and neat, and they're not tight. Again, I deal with a lot of kids. And a child will tell you, it's tight. And I always let them know, because sometimes, it could, if I'm doing, I can't explain it, but sometimes it may get a little tight. I tell them, just let me know. All you have to do is let me know. And I'll be conscious to loosen up. But the majority of the time, I don't braid tight, because I know how I feel to have bumps and sores in the back of your head and in your head, because I've had people braid my hair that tight before, and that's just uncalled for. But yeah, this is a real raw video. Y'all seen I was stumbling over some words, but it's all cool. It's all cool. Look at the braid, y'all. See, I told you she like it long. But look at this braid. It's so pretty. That color is so freaking pretty. I thought it was going to be so loud and just rah, but it's not. She had her hair colored this color, not all of it, just like streaks or whatever. It was pretty. And I don't like when people with darker skin say what they can't wear. My daughter wears anything. She can wear anything, and so can you. It is so pretty on her. But look how neat the braid is, guys. This braid is so, so neat. I strive in doing neat braids and making it a consistent braid where it don't look all bumpy and all that. Just straight braid. But yeah, if there's anything else that you guys would like to learn that I haven't put up here yet, just go ahead and put a comment down there, and I will go ahead and put the video out for you guys. In a few other videos, I stated that I am going to order some mannequins, because a lot of times I don't have clients, or clients don't want to get the styles that I want to do. So that's why I'm going to get a mannequin, and the mannequin will be my mannequin to help me do the styles. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Come back and watch all the videos, please. Bye.